What's going on, guys? So in today's video we are going to be talking about the window tint ticket and what I found out about that. I just pulled the truck out of the basement and then look at it's all like glazed over, especially the wheels are like super foggy because it's like 1,000,000% humidity out here. So if you're not familiar with what happened, let's have a little flashback. Just got my windows tinted and I'm getting pulled over. I kid you not.
All right. Go ahead and give you a verbal on these because I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I know you just got them done, so I'm not going to have them messing them up, but you can't get a ticket for that. As far as the windshield, it being completely darked out like that, I did write you a citation for that, okay? You can't have that full windshield covered, okay? Anywhere you go, you're going to get stopped for that, and that's one of the main things, okay?
So now that you know, I had to wait a couple days, call in, see what the consequences were going to be. And before we get really into this, I want to just go ahead and say, yes, I saw all the comments. Most people were supportive, and there's people on the other side of the fence that are like, you know, F the police and stuff like that. And that's too far. They're doing their job. But I saw the people that were like, oh, quit complaining and stuff. I'm not complaining, I'm just sharing my experience. I don't have to be happy about something that happens to me, even if it's my fault for it happening. If that makes sense. I think it does. Yes, I knew it was illegal when I put it on. Yes, I got a ticket. Yes, I was upset over it. Okay, I wasn't gonna be like, oh great, I got a ticket. But it is 5% on the side, 35% on the windshield. And yes, it's dark. It's absolutely great though. The sun's not too bright. Headlights aren't too bright at night. I absolutely love it. People can't see my laptop sitting in there and steal it. Stuff like that. It's just nice having dark window tint. If you've had dark window tint, you know what I'm talking about. Sure, it's a risk you take. Anything there is, it is a law, but it's one of those iffy laws. It's not really enforced except for certain places. Different states, different counties, different sheriff departments, stuff like that. They'll have completely different rules, which is just crazy. But some, they don't enforce at all. So you, like myself, might go a long time with not ever having anyone mess with you about your window tint because maybe in your town, they don't have a window tint meter. Maybe they don't care. It's not something they're required to enforce. So certain towns, you'll never get in trouble with it. And in other towns, you will get hassled 24/7 about it. So it completely depends on where you live at and stuff. And so a lot of people are like, oh, I've never been messed with. Oh, I get a ticket all the time. So it's just, it's not, you're nothing special, I'm nothing special, it's just the town you live in, whether or not they like giving tickets or not, and that's just plain and simple. So I think the first one should be here's a citation, it's not anything you have to pay, this is your warning. It goes in the computer system, that way if you get pulled over again, they're fully aware. You get a little slip that says, here's your warning, you've got a week to correct it. So like one of my friends, he got a ticket for a windshield ticket in his hometown, or in his town, and the ticket required him to either pay the fee, go to court, or remove it, go get a police officer to sign off, and then he had a small like $10 service charge or something like that. That makes perfect sense to me. If you buy a truck with illegal window tint, okay, you need to be informed that it's illegal. You go take it off, go to a cop, everything's fine and dandy. Something like that. Or you know, that gives you the option to remove it and start fresh. You're not out a bunch of money, you're not in trouble, that kind of stuff. Makes sense, right? That makes sense. Then obviously you have the other options of going to court, fighting it for whatever reason, or just paying it and being done with it. So either you come out with paying it and not having to remove it, or you remove it and you don't get punished. That really does make sense to me. So like I said, all different places are different, and unfortunately the place where I got ticketed, they don't do that. They really don't give a real, they're obviously just there for the revenue, because they do not offer a fix-it ticket where you can go and sign it off, take it off, make it legal and go sign it off or anything like that. They have a straight fee, which is going to cost me $190 just for the windshield ticket. And yes, I did see the comments. Yes, the cop did not make me roll my front windows down to check them. I do appreciate that from him. That was very generous. He could have made me roll them down and checked them and everything, gave me another ticket, which I do. Like I said, I appreciate that. I told him thank you in the thing. But yeah, so $190 is what it's going to cost me. So that definitely stinks, and there's no option of just removing it or anything like that. So I have to pay the ticket. It is a month from when I got ticketed. That's like my court date. I'm not going to go to court and fight it. That's just a waste of time. So what frustrates me about this is there's no, in this specific place, which like I said, they all do different things, it's a $190 fee. I can't pay it online. I can't call it in. I have to go there in person. I didn't say anything about having to drive this, so I'll drive something that has 0 window tint on the whole thing. But I have to go there in person, pay them, There's no option of online or phone or a fix it or anything. And it just seems a little frustrating, because what if I was on vacation from Colorado or something coming through here and I got pulled over? Yes, I know it's illegal, suffer your consequences, but to have something where you have a 100% you must pay this, and there's no way to pay it online. So that's pretty much going to be my rant. I just think it's just frustrating to have to deal with it. And like I said, I know it's illegal. I chose this, but at the same time, you would think there'd be things in order, or at least everywhere would be the same. Hopefully this isn't where like they stumble on my YouTube videos and start harassing me or something like that. But you know, I'm just giving my opinion, and my opinion doesn't really matter in the court of law. So I'm gonna pay the ticket, obviously. I have to, or I could go to court. I'm not gonna go to court over it. That's just a waste of time. So I'll pay the ticket. I'm not required to take the tint off. They just want their money. I have to decide what I'm gonna do about it, because I absolutely love this. I don't drive the truck much, so I'm thinking I should be okay. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to hassle? And I think it's more the next time, and then they could give me for this, which I ride with my windows down most of the time. I would have had them down that day, but I just got them done, and you can't roll them down right away. Leave a comment if you can just trim. Can you trim the windshield, like while the whole windshield's tinted? Can you trim a brow out? I don't know if you can without scratching the glass or not, but that would make sense. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily mind just having a brow on here, but the glass itself has the little brow like built into the glass. You can kind of see it. And y'all have to understand, the camera does make it look worse than it is. I can see my mirror, I can see my steering wheel. The camera just has extreme reflections. So, and I'll hop in there real quick just to show y'all that. So some people are like thinking it's insane, gonna like, you can't see out of this thing. It's not that bad. It is very dark, but it's absolutely awesome. See, like, look at this. Look at this. 5% sides and 35% front. And on this overcast day, I can see my truck over there through both sheets, which I know this side's not on the reflective side, but look at that thing. Oh boy. It looks insane. Looks so dang good. And people are like, why do you get full windshield tint? Well, it's for those specific reasons. One, you can't see in there, which makes it illegal, but it also makes it awesome. Headlights. Everyone's got bright headlights at night now. So this thing, like brand new, driving down the road, completely stock. You meet it head on, you're blinded. The new vehicle headlights are insanely bright, and they will just absolutely blind you. Well, guess what? When you have a very light 35%, which is legal on the sides, 35% on the front windshield, it cuts that super glare out of the lights and allows you to see, which is safer. So that's one argument. The 5% on the sides, man, it's just good. You just don't want people staring at you. You want to be able to do what you want and keep what you want in your truck without someone sitting there looking at you or doing whatever. But and you can technically, like, if I did want to change things, I would just do the windshield, and I wouldn't change this because I always have my windows down anyways. But to make it completely legal, that and the front windows, this can be a vinyl sheet, and so can the back. You can do those completely as dark as you want. So I'm probably just going to leave the truck the same. Now, I'm never going to go back. It will never go back through the area where I got the ticket at. I'll tell you that right now. I'll go out of my way 30 minutes if I have to, going the long way, you go around there. But you know, it's a risk. Anything you do with your vehicle, you like modifying them and stuff, sure, you can go the completely legal route with everything, and that's perfectly fine. But most of us, we have something on our vehicles that aren't completely legal, and it's not anything that's going to hurt anyone. I know, I've said it a million times, I understand the reasons for the tint laws, fully understand it. So you don't have to leave a comment. Actually, you can, because that shows engagement, so that's fine. You can leave your comment, whatever. But yeah, I understand the laws. I get why it's there. I'm not complaining. I'm informing y'all on my situation. So this is the risk of running windshield tint. 190 bucks. Could be more, could be less for you. You might be able to remove it and pay like little to nothing and go along your day. Just depends on who gets you. So that's about it. I freaking love it still. I don't regret getting it. I wish I'd have went a different road back, or maybe even got someone else to tint it that's not in that location. Unfortunately, I like the tint guy that's there, but unfortunately, I don't know if I'll be able to go back there with any other vehicles, because honestly, I don't see myself running 35% tint. That's just a waste of money in my opinion. It's too light. So if I wanted to get anything darker than that, it's not worth going to him, because I'll just get a $200 ticket on the way home. And so yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know, I don't have another vehicle anyways, don't really plan on getting one anytime soon, so that's not really gonna matter. If I get in trouble with this thing again, I'll freaking do the front 2 windows myself. I guess with all that being said, leave me some feedback. Let me know what your experiences is. How much has your tickets been? I saw one guy on the like showing me getting pulled over video. One dude said he had like a $300 something ticket, and that's just, I don't even know what I'd do. I'd just yeet that stuff off. Well, I just got stung by a wasp. That's awesome. So yeah, before I get stung again, I guess that's gonna do it, guys. So let me know what you think about the tint, what's your experience been, and with all that being said, see you all in the next one.